Today we're going to travel to hell and back with the Wolverine Goes to Hell Omnibus by Jason Aaron. It has a 984 page count and the cover price of $100. Stay tuned after the video to see how you can get yourself entered in the giveaway. Alrighty, so here we have the Wolverine Goes to Hell Omnibus. You got this great cover art here from Jay Lee, the one of the greatest artists of all time. This evil looking Wolverine on the back here. Sliding the dust jacket off, you get this great wraparound cover. But before we get into that, let's check out the inside of the dust jacket. On the left hand side you have a synopsis of basically what the omnibus collects, and on the right hand side a little background about Jason Aaron. On the front of the omnibus here, you get Wolverine leaping at the devil, man. This book, Wolverine goes to hell, and he battles with the devil. And they have this great artwork here that is in one of the stories included in this omnibus. So cracking this omnibus open, you get these black bookend pages on the inside. You get this possessed Wolverine coming at you on the cover here, and then it shows all of the issues collected. Now, this book collects Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine 1 through 6, Wolverine 2010 1 through 20, 5.1 and 300 through 304, X-Men SCHISM 1 through 5, and material from Wolverine The Road to Hell #1. There's a bunch of different artists that work on this book. You get Renato Guedes, Adam Kubert, Ron Garney, Jason Latour, Daniel Acuna, Jay Lee, of course, Frank Cho, Mark Roslin, Carlos Pacheco, just to name a few of the artists who work on this book. Now, this book picks up after the first volume by Jason Aaron, the Wolverine Omnibus, which has been out of print for a long time now. And then following this omnibus is the Wolverine and X-Men Omnibus. So after the Schism event, basically, is where the Wolverine and X-Men Omnibus picks up. So if you want to get into the Wolverine and X-Men Omnibus, you might want to read this one first. You don't really have to. Either of these omnibuses are kind of standalone for the most part. But they're definitely interesting, cool reads, and there's a lot of action and stuff. This one is pretty cool, as it being he goes to hell and battles with the devil and stuff. But before we get into battling the devil, this book starts out with Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine 1 through 6, which is it's an okay story for the most part, probably the weakest in the book, I would say. So if you do get this and you start reading it and you're kind of like, I'm not really feeling this, you know, definitely power through, because it does get a bit better in the end of the story. I mean, basically there's these time crystals and these dudes here on this this cover that are sending Wolverine and Spider-Man back in time, and they have like with dinosaurs and all this shit. But it turns out that it's all like controlled by Mojo, and it's like the Spider-Man and Wolverine TV show that he's airing on his Mojoverse or whatever. So it picks up when Mojo pops up, as everything always does, because Mojo's badass. But in the story, which is cool too, is like these time crystals that send them back to these times. They Wolverine ends, I think, or Spider-Man ends up stealing some or something like that, and they end up like putting them on Wolverine's claws, and like Spider-Man bedazzles his outfit and shit and whatever. It's an alright story, but definitely picks up when it gets to the road to hell here. The artwork changes dramatically, and it gets really, really dark and evil. And this is just a fantastic story here. It starts out, you know, Wolverine, his body in the normal world is possessed by this demon and shit like that, and starts going after the people that he loves, and the X-Men, and Wolverine is sent to hell. And in hell, man, he goes through some shit, let me tell you. He sees a bunch of the people that he's killed in his past. He has to battle all these like dead demons and ninjas and like all sorts of shit, man. Super brutal and violent. He battles with Omega Red. The devil just has fucking Sabretooth on a leash like his little bitch, which is pretty sick. All this too, Wolverine has a girlfriend at the time, which I find quite strange in this too. I think her name is Melita. So he's like been dating this girl, then all of a sudden, you know, he bounces, and she's trying to like find a way to save him because he's possessed and shit like that. And then Mystique ends up getting involved. She was involved with the people that did this to Wolverine in the first place. It's a good story, man. I definitely enjoyed the hell out of it. The artwork is really cool, man. He's battling with Sabretooth and shit, battling with all kinds of people. Then like Silver Samurai ends up getting killed by, I believe, Wolverine, and you know, just a bunch of people from his past just start showing up in hell, and he's like doing battle with them, and the Ghost Riders come about. You get this cool little homage here to Uncanny X-Men 251, which is pretty dope. Him on the X there. I thought that was pretty dope. You get little Puck from Alpha Flight in here too. He's just fucking around down in hell. it's a cool ass story, man. And then it gets involved with like these people, and these are the reason why that Wolverine is in the situation that he is. You know, it's this group called the Red Right Hand, and they're it's kind of like a cult, if you could, I guess you would say. I don't know, but they it involves a bunch of people that Wolverine kind of did wrong in the past, which all like unfolds throughout these issues. Then you get introduced to these characters here, the Mongrels, which are Gunhawk, Cannonfoot, Sawfist, Shadow Stalker, and Fire Knives, and they're like absolutely terrible. But you see some wild shit later on in the book as well, of like who they are and everything, and it's just a well done story, man. Jason Aaron did a good job of like setting this up, because it's a really fucked up situation that happens to Wolverine for sure. X-Men roll up and they're having to you know, try and save Wolverine from these demons that possess him and shit like that, because he's just running around just murdering a bunch of people. So you get Hellstorm with the Ghost Riders roll up, and Hellstorm performs an exorcism on Wolverine, but for the demons to be expelled, Logan will have to do it himself. So, you know, the exorcism doesn't work. Then you get this little in-between issue here with these weird ass brothers who just have a fucking these Buzzard brothers, they're called, who are like cannibals, and they're just like eating people and shit. Like Wolverine is supposed to be going to this birthday party, but he ends up fucking just going and you know, having to fight these fucking cannibal people and fuck them up. They have guns that shoot teeth and shit. So this is like the revenge part here, where Wolverine ends up finding out about the Red Right Hand and where they're located and everything like that. So he rolls up and he goes to battle them and fucking kill all those people for sending them to hell. And in doing so, he meets like the mongrel people, and like one by one he has to like fight them as he gets closer and closer to this like Red Right Hand group that's like behind this like, you know, safety door or some shit, this group of people. And you get to see like why these people are doing this. So like Wolverine had done these people wrong in the past. He had like killed their family members and shit like that. The one dude, as you see in a couple pages back, he like goes around and he like gives homeless people like Wolverine costume and beats the shit out of them with a baseball bat, just because he's so pissed off that Wolverine killed his family. So this group of people is just all people that had been done wrong by Wolverine. You know, as Wolverine went through and killed like all those people, he finally gets to where these people are at, the Red Right Hand, and it is just like kind of like the Jonestown thing, where you know, Jim Jones, everybody drinks the Kool-Aid and dies or whatever. It's the same shit. So that's what happens here. Like all the people, they drink some sort of concoction that kills them, and then there's like a video that shows that all the people that Wolverine had been fucking killing, the mongrels, on the way to get there, were all actually Wolverine's children that he like got and trained to make these like shitty superheroes out of or whatever. So Wolverine ends up like killing all of these family members of his and shit like that, which is super fucked up, man. Like this is such a messed up story, man. They send Wolverine to hell. He battles the demons, sees all these people that he killed before and shit, and then he kills all of his children that he didn't know about. So it's super fucked up. So after the craziness of hell, then it jumps to the SCHISM event. You have Wolverine and Cyclops. They go to like a arms control conference where Scott is set to speak, and you know, he wants, the future is for everyone, mutants and humans. He wants to decommission all of the Sentinels. And then of course the Quentin Quire, the Kid Omega, rolls up, and he has like a telepathic terrorist attack that he does on the people there, the world leaders, and they like let everyone know about their deepest, darkest secrets and shit like that, and which makes everybody bug out across the world. They end up unleashing what the Sentinels had before, which the Sentinels are all like fucked up because they've just been decommissioned for a minute now. And that's where you get the Cade Kilgore from the Hellfire Club. He ends up killing his father and taking over the company, and he has like these new Sentinels that appear after this terrorist attack that happens at like a mutant museum. It's a Sentinel comes out of just a straight up suitcase. So that's like his way to show all the people in the world that they need to buy his shit, because he's got this like arms company that sells, you know, the new Sentinel. This big ass Sentinel comes and they battle the shit. Then it gets into some stuff later on with you know, like the Japanese underworld and shit like that. Wolverine is like the Black Dragon. He ends up going and trying to find some money so that he can build the school, because at the end of the SCHISM event, him and Scott kind of have it out. Scott wants the children to like help save Utopia from this incoming Sentinel, but Wolverine doesn't want them to do it because he cares about the children. And Scott says something about Jean Grey that kind of fucking sets Wolverine over the edge, and they have a sick fucking battle. Then, like I said, it gets into the Japanese underworld stuff where he's going to get money for the school that he's going to create in Westchester, and that's kind of like, I don't know, all that stuff is kind of weak to me. But then it gets into like all this, the extras in the back here of like the variants, and you get sketch work, and you get like scripts for the issues and stuff like that. Definitely a cool book, man. I enjoyed it. It's still available, so you can pick it up if you want. There's some weak parts. The road to hell and all of that, I thought was really, really good, man. The artwork is crazy good in it, and I don't know, I enjoyed it a lot. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and as always, thank you for watching. The next giveaway is worldwide. One lucky winner will win the X-Men Omnibus Volume 1 DM variant Jack Kirby cover. You'll also get a Powers of X Issue 1 Diodato 1 in 200 Virgin variant, as well as King Spawn #1 Greg Capullo Raw Sketch variant. To win, you must be subscribed to the channel, like and comment on a video where I promote the giveaway. When we hit 750 subscribers, I'll pick a random video and then use a random comment generator to pick the winner. Good luck!